Welcome back to Evoldog's Trinity. I'm Evoldog. Today's video is about Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I'm calling this video the Visual Environmental Indicator. I know it's a mouthful, it sounds ridiculous, but let me explain. As awesome as Resident Evil 2 Remake is, the second scenario is a little half-ass. It's not one-to-one like the original, where the timeline between Leon A, Claire B, and vice versa made sense. If you try to make heads and tail of where Leon and Claire is at any given time between the first and second scenario, it can drive you a little batshit crazy because there aren't a lot of real, substantial narrative continuity. The only real meaningful thing that you will take away from the second scenario is the final ending where you get to fight G5 Birkin, and then of course the actual true ending. Everything is pretty much identical play-wise. Some of the items have been moved around. You get an additional weapon for Claire or Leon, but other than that, it's practically the same journey. So what is the point of this video then? If you're curious and would like to make some semblance of where Leon or Claire is while they're investigating a certain room, who came first, who left after, just to build some continuity while you're playing the game, some of the environments will definitely clue you in. These are the visual environmental indicators I was talking about. So, let's begin. The first room we're going to talk about is the Watchman room on the east side, where you first encounter Elliot. Obviously, Leon navigates through this room first because he's the only one that can gain access to it after powering up the garage. Claire only has access to this room during the second scenario. If you play Leon and then Claire, it would make sense from Claire's perspective that this room would be available during the second scenario. But I've seen players who started with Claire, and then when they're finally playing the Leon second scenario, they're confused as to why the Watchman room is already accessible. The next room is the kennel. I'm going to assume that Leon passes through here first because of the Cerberuses in the room. When Claire passes through here later on, the Cerberuses are being eaten by the lickers. So they're a pretty good indicator that Leon came through here first. The only problem is that if Leon did go through the kennels first, why is the grate in the adjacent hallway not open for Claire? That's just second scenario continuity issues. The next area are the ladder and the boiler room. Claire must have gone through this section first because the ladder is still intact. Remember, Leon breaks it as he's coming down. Claire goes down towards the boiler room to hit the switch for the water main, and you can see that the boiler room door is boarded up. When Leon finally comes through here to get the club key, the zombies inside the boiler room must have broken through the boarded door. As you can see the debris on the ground. Nice little visual indicators there. The next area is the interrogation room. Obviously, Claire comes through here first because she triggers the licker to break through the glass from the observation room. When Leon gets to the observation room, the glass has already been broken. Leon makes it out to the city first. We know this because the fence door that Claire goes through is still intact. Not much environmental indicators through the sewers. The only room I can think about is the control room. When Leon gets to the control room, there aren't any zombies. But when Claire gets there, there are zombies. I mean, you could say either way who came first or who left after. It doesn't really matter. Once we get to the underground lab, Claire is way ahead of Leon. She gets to the West Wing first because she has to use Sherry's pendant to open the locked G virus containment cell.
Look at that. All right. Hell yeah. Got it.
We know that Leon comes after because the G virus containment cell has already been opened in the West Wing.
Huh. That was easy.
We know that she goes down the elevator towards the monitor room first. And Sherry has to unlock the door leading to the train.
Sherry, what do you... I think I can open it from the other side.
And once he triggers the Ada cutscene in the main shaft after the G3 fight, the walkway gets destroyed. He makes it down to the monitor room and Claire contacts him. And that is pretty much it. That is as close to a semblance of continuity between the first and second scenario that we are going to get. Annette dying in 2 places in both scenarios is some freaky ass shit, but let's not think too much about it. Could break the universe. Well, that is the end of the video, and I hope you got something meaningful out of it. If not, sorry to have wasted your time, but thanks for watching, and until the next video, it's time to bounce.